girlfriend recently merged with Pulse, and Pulse I'm a huge fanboy of. So they definitely have some strong players. So you'll have to wait and see what's going on. But in the meantime, while I fire up all my buttons and spin my dials, we'll introduce our first player in the bottom right hand corner in the red shorts, playing for Love Your Girlfriend, taking down our opponent, who was City. It is Bales. And in the top right hand corner, playing for NrG, he's the Terran. He is trying to level it up. He is Demo. Again, NrG, please someone tell me what NrG means. I don't know that much about all of the teams, but oh dear, we have a bit of a oopsie. My big bet is he either stopped all of his CVs or he just pulled them off one spot, which is we've all done it before. It's really annoying. But anyway, Spray Depot coming in the front, and we have a 9 pylon. And just to remind you guys, all this content will be going on YouTube, so you can check out the VODs. I might, if I'm feeling super strong and up for it, I might cut them up into the individual games. If not, I will just upload them into a nice split of sections, and you can just check them out. Yeah, you can just check them out as a playlist, and they'll all be there if you have to skip forward, but nonetheless, it'll be something to watch. Now, we have 13 gas coming down for Demo. Maybe even possibly a 14 gas. I think it was a 13 gas. So 13 gas makes me think that this is in fact going to be some form of factory play. Why 13 gas? Because when you get to 15, you have 100 gas for a factory. Why not a Reaper? Because you don't have 50 gas when the barracks finishes, which you can quite clearly see. There is not going to be 50 gas when the barrack finishes up. So it's either a little bit of a poor build, or it is indeed going to be factory play, which, you know, could be Banshees. Now, here we go. It's going to be a Reaper, so a slightly late Reaper. 12 is the usual standard for that one. And out of... oh, bollocks. Do apologise. There we go. My bad. There we go. My bad. Out of Demo. Yes, we can have Reaper. Reapers are fantastic in TVP. It allows you to scout and to kind of figure out what's going on from the Protoss. And Bales is going for he's going for 1 gas. And looks like it'll probably be an expert. I very doubt he will go through a Fort Gate with this little chrono boost. But there we go. There's the reactor, and should see a second supply depot coming down shortly. There we go. There's the expansion. And anyway, going back to Reapers, Reapers are fantastic because obviously with the introduction of the double 15 gas, give Protoss a huge amount of flexibility what they can spend their gas on. And when you can't actually judge what your opponent is doing with those gas, you have to really kind of have some kind of flexible way of finding out what's going on. Scans, I know you can just drop a scan, but Protoss can actually hide their tech, and as well as that, you can, you know, you might not scan in the right spot. So Reapers, really cool, and we see Bales, Demo making a great use of that. Now behind this, he's got a second barracks. I like this. I like the fact that he's going to be carrying on using this gas. If you're going to mine gas, you may as well make something useful out of it, like reactors. I'm not a great fan of this build where you pull off gas and stop teching, because really all you're doing is delaying your kind of 1 Rax FE 10-minute medevac timing for the sake of 1 Reaper. And with a little bit of kind of deductiveness, I think you can go for those W's slightly faster and just benefit off it. But anyway, Mothership Core is trying to poke on it. Bales is trying to get scout, but really nicely denied by Demo, and he might actually lose it. And actually, he forces the Mothership Core actually to recall, which was actually quite a nice little win for Demo, because actually it is cheaper for a Mothership Core to use a time warp to escape than it is actually for the Mothership Core to use the recall. Now the Reaper being a little bit annoying, just taking the shields off the sentry. And what have we got out for Bales right now? We have, okay, it's about to finish, and there's no sign of any other tech. And there's this very mysterious probe up here, so we might be looking at some 3-gate pressure. He does have a sentry out. No sign of any other sentries, and no, there we go, there's the robo. So it's 3-gate robo, that very conventional style. And oh, pylons going down, so maybe a little bit of pressure, and there we go, there's a second sentry. So I am not going to be surprised if we see an immortal produced out of this robotics bay and maybe some form of bust. The engineering bay has gone down, we've got stim on the way, marines, factories, all things good coming out of the Terran. But yeah, look at this, another sentry. So he's really building up the sentry count, and sentries, what they're good at, force fields. And there we go, there's an observer. Double gas in the natural, so maybe not quite the aggression I originally thought it was going to be. But he is using this hallucinated phoenix to scout in, see what his opponents are getting at. But now we have Demo pushing across the map right now. He is going to be looking to bait out some... Well, he's going to be looking to bait out the photon overcharge. Ideally, that's what this push is used for, but he could potentially get more. There we go, the observer's there. Where's the Mama Core? Oh my goodness me, it's actually not actually using it right now. Good set of force fields there, and maybe he won't even need to actually necessarily even use it. He's got a lot of zealots, good force fields coming down there. Actually, Demo's doing a little bit of economy damage here. Currently 2 probes going down. He really doesn't want to use that photon overcharge, and there you go, Demo finally gets it on out. Some people are very kind of clutch with their photon overcharge, and it's just like, oh my goodness me, I thought I saw a marine photon overcharge, and it was just a fly passing past the shoulder and so on. But that's more in the kind of league that I play. But Demo throwing down a 3rd command center, and rightly so, because he has gone for that double barracks play and skipped the 3rd barracks as well. So this is why he can do this super duper duper fast, well, not super duper fast, but reasonably fast kind of a command center. Now we have the starport coming down, and it's got the reactor. We should see 2 medivacs shortly coming out, and then they have the flexibility and the maneuverability with his bio to zoom around, land, you know, medivacs and mineral lines and so on, just be a bit annoying. And yeah, Bales will be on the defensive just for a little while longer. We have +1 armor, thermal lance, and a twilight cancel coming down for that +2 armor as soon as this +1 armor finishes up. And 3 more gates coming down. No sign of a 3rd just yet. And we have blink, and this could be gearing up to a nice little 2 base push. Is it at the moment? There's no sign of any kind of expo going down. Have a look here. Nothing queued up, and it is that kind of 10-minute mark. And here we go, pushing out with this bioforce right now. And behind this, yeah, he's getting +1 armor, combat shield. So timing looking really, really crisp for Demo right now, and rightly so for Bales as well. He's in a nice little position. He's got his sentries, he's got his colossus, he's got his stalkers, and here we go. He's got his nexus coming down. But of course, the thing with this map is the fact that obviously there's a long distance to this 3rd. It's quite kind of hidden away here, and the marine actually draws back this colossus, and there we go, Stim coming in and actually is going to get the cancel on this nexus. So a nice little win there for Demo, and behind this he confirms obviously that we're seeing the colossus, and he is indeed building Vikings to compensate for this. Now thermal lance is finished up, but he's only built 2 colossus right now, and Templar Archive for that storm upgrade is now finished and on its way. Observer confirms that there's a 3rd on the way, but there is this pylon on the high ground, and we have a look at the vision. You can see that there's a 3rd on the way. Now down here in the bottom we have a small engagement going down, and Bales cleans up this little bit of bio quite happily and shoots 2 medivacs away, though they do get away with the majority of all those units. Now we see Demo cleaning up these annoying little edge pylons, and it's always good to send out some like marines and marauders just to scout around the edges, clear up those kind of forward proxy pylons. There's nothing worse than going forward and then finding there's like 5 zealots in your mineral line hacking away. So he's playing it out right now. The question is, can he keep up with the kind of tech switches or tech progression, should we call it, from Bales right now? Because at the moment the storm is on the way, and that is no sign of any ghost right now. He tries to get another kind of stim onto this nexus, but Bales is waiting for him, and now we have a double drop actually coming into the main. And does he know about it? I think he's got a small clue. Tries to stim in and poke at it, but look at this double, it's double medivac drop is doing a ton of damage. Just snipe off a Templar, disables the oh so essential cybernetics core. But at the moment, Bales is pushing across the map and actually does kill off a large chunk of this separate flank here, but in the meantime this double drop is doing a lot of damage right now, and it's just being really, really annoying. You can see it in the supplies. He's not necessarily killing loads of important stuff, but he's just being annoying, and even these Colossus can't get onto the top, and he realizes he's probably done enough damage, and now is just going to fly off into the sunset thinking, you know, I've done a nice job. And also confirms that there's Templar now, so he's got a Ghost Academy as well. Now, whether he goes for this big 3-base SCV pull timing, I have to see. It's hitting that 15-minute timing, which in a perfect world is when this push actually hits. So he is probably going to go for a 4th, or judging by the amount of barracks actually he's building, maybe just stay on 3 bases now. Really making good use of these 2 double medivacs and just doing so much damage, killing up another load of pros. We have a look at the pro count, it's only 9 lost, so bringing it to 60 to 72. So with the addition of Mules, he's actually in a nice little position here. Now, dropping it again, just pulling back the forces of Bales, but this actually causes him to get out of position. A storm going down, but actually doesn't hit anything. Nice splits coming down here. One Colossus almost goes down. Vikings are in position. Bio kind of getting killed off here, but there is a lot of Bio now. The Archons are on the field, and it does look like Bales will actually hold this off. The last kind of Vikings do their hero stand here and almost kill off both Colossus, but they get 2 of them anyway. And now, yeah, I say, I really feel that went more in the favour of Demo there. He got a bit, you know, he killed off Colossus, he got a few Templar, killed off a couple of Archons, and also his 2-2's about to finish. So that, you know, that kind of huge upgrade advantage that a lot of Protosses get isn't there at the moment. He's kind of on level pegging footing with actually a good economy and a lot of ghosts as well on the way, and you know, kind of. Oh, we got a pause. Oh, are we back? Foster is lagging. Go away, Foster. Be gone. As much as we love his Canadian wonderfulness and the bacon. Anyhow, we're back into the game with these. Look at this, we have 5 ghosts on the way, and Demo really, really good with drops. Something I've learned about Demo, he's a dropper. He likes to be aggressive. Because, wow, look at this. Stalker's coming in and blinking away on like a heartbeat, and does escape. But obviously, these Marauders making short work once they do catch up. Now we do have the Templar in position. A nice split from Bales here, getting his units into position to deal with this drop, but this drop actually has landed already. Photon overcharge already going down. Again, a ton of damage, and he's just constantly pulling Bales. I feel Bales is not feeling very comfortable right now because he's he's constantly guarding his 3rd, and Demo, you know, as soon as he realises where he's not, he just lands a drop there, and now he's getting his 4th up. We've got 2 more command centers coming down as well, and a ton of ghosts and a ton of Vikings on the way. So really, really kind of playing nicely, though he is on 2-2 right now. +3 attack actually has started, and +3 ground weapons has started for Bales as well. But it is only 1 armor to the 2-1 to 2-2 right now. So the Terran actually has the upgrade lead, which Sacre Bleu is something not very often that happens. And oh my goodness me, look at that! He catches the double drop there and kills off the medivac, and this Bio is going to die. But look at this, gives the opportunity for another big blob of Bio to swoop on down. Only has a couple of storms at his disposal right now, and with a good couple of EMPs could nullify that quite easily, but we'll have to see. It will come down. Here we go. EMPs, will they land? Oh my goodness me, 1 storm, really sweet storm dodge there. Another storm not actually landing on anything, and now the Bio is pressing on in. Ooh, 1 storm really oh, that was a nice storm there, hitting absolutely everything, but a lot of EMPs at his disposal. Another Templar coming in there, and Demo thinking, ooh, I took a bit of a bashing there. maybe I won't poke in just yet, and he's just hanging around the back. And of course he has that Colossus from